What's up guys? In this video we are going to be drifting my 400,000 mile Lexus LS400, which right now is going to be an absolute microwave in here because it has been sitting at, oh my god, yeah, this seat is completely burning me right now. It has 427,000 miles, starts up every time and sounds amazing. You can see it'll focus right there, 427,000 miles, and we're going to be drifting it today. It is extremely hot outside. There we go, to let some of the heat out because this thing gets super hot. But here it is. Definitely does not look like it has 400,000 miles at all. It's actually pretty clean. There's just that paint scuff there, and then yeah, pretty much nothing else. Some cracks in the windshield. I put these OEM Lexus IS250, I believe, wheels on it that I got from work. And, you know, just done a few little basic mods, coilovers, obviously. It's the first rear-wheel drive car I've had. That's my other car there, Focus ST. Most of you know that's mainly what I put on this channel. But we're gonna go ahead and get these drift spares put on so we can take this thing drifting today. Boom. Just like NASCAR. Okay, so we got the drift spares on. So I'm going to go ahead and head to the spot where those dirt roads are, and also where I'm going to do the burnout for a picture idea I have, but also a video. And I'm going to meet my girlfriend there, and she's going to help video and take pictures of it, and we'll see what this thing can do. Also, I did forget one thing. This car does have a little trouble spinning the rear tires sometimes, so I'm going to check the air on them and air them up to the max air pressure these tires can take, these Achilles ATR Sport 2s. I'm assuming it's around like 50 something PSI. Should be like right there if I can see it. Yeah, so the max air pressure on these is 50 PSI. So that's what I'm going to set them at. I can't even really read what this is saying. I guess we'll just do 49. And I'll set this little air compressor on there. Excuse my dirty hands and dirty fingernails. I just got off work and figured I'd do this before I clean up because this car is filthy. So there we go. That's going to go ahead and air up. I'm going to air up both sides, and then we're going to head to the spot to try to get it to do a burnout and go drifting. Okay, so we're at the spot where I'm going to do the burnout to try to get the picture I want. I don't know if I'm going to actually record the burnout because I mainly just want this for a picture. But then if we don't get a video of the burnout, we will definitely get video at the dirt roads where I'm going to be drifting it and try to get some cool videos and pictures of that. So we couldn't get it to do a burnout for the picture, so now we're heading to the gravel spot to at least get some gravel pictures and video, which is the main point of this video, was drifting this, which I know it'll work. Probably not on concrete. I'm not even going to try that because it'll probably break it, but I know that this will work good and it should make for some good video and pictures. It would spin the tires a little bit, but it wouldn't get going fast enough to do anything cool. So we might try again later. That parking lot right there is lit, so I'll just maybe try to go back there. But I've seen quite a few cops just driving around so might not want to risk that, but these gravel roads should be good enough. So we're going to go ahead and head there and try to get some video. Okay, so we actually did get it to do a burnout because we found a... Okay, it wasn't closed. It was a theoretically closed bridge that had some dust on it. And that helped the wheels spin, and we got the burnout and the pictures we wanted. So if there's any video of that, I'll include that in the video. And now we're on these gravel roads at an undisclosed location, but the car was really hot from the burnout. So I'm letting it cool down for a while, and then we're gonna try to get some video drifting on these gravel roads. So I opened up the hood a little bit to let some of the heat out so it can cool down, because as soon as I started it up again, it started getting pretty hot. So definitely don't want it to overheat, and it definitely would while drifting. But here's the beautiful 1UZ that can handle just about anything. Okay, so that little donut right there, there was a group of people sitting there in that little cul-de-sac, and oh, this is gonna scrape, and they were telling me to do a donut. So yeah, you can see a huge cloud moving across the lake. That may or may not have been from me. Anyways, they wanted me to do a donut, and I'm not gonna say no. This area has some potholes, but can still make it work. Going low. Spun out. Alright. Okay, almost hit a fence post that time. The tires doing a lot worse, but I did kind of link those two corners. Okay, so that one was pretty good. It actually showed up on the camera better than I thought. I'm gonna try to see if there's another place that we can get a good video. I couldn't really take that turn how I wanted to. I kind of had to take it tight, and then I don't really have as much room to like counter steer and like swing it back because those two cars were there, and I didn't want to hit them or sling rocks at them, so I had to wait to get on the gas until the rear end was around. So the people left this cul-de-sac, so now we have the perfect spot. I'm going to try to convince my girlfriend to let me do donuts around her. And then there's also a really good curve. Oh, you can't see it at all. But there's a really good curve on either side where we can get some good video. Then I think we're going to leave before the cops show up. Okay, so the tires are a little shot. See, look at that. The seatbelt lights up. Luxury car, and it drifts well. But as you can see in those videos, the tires are the whole tread that wraps around it has completely come off. It's probably just laying around here somewhere. And we've already worn through the secondary rubber, and we are down to the belts of the tire. So I'm going to drive home now and just limp it home I mean, you can hear that back there. There's just wires and everything hanging off the tire, which I've done this before, and I left here with the tires like that, and it made it home. So we should be able to make it home this time. Probably gonna let some air out of the tires maybe, because they're at 50 psi and I don't really want them to explode. So I'm gonna go lower the air in this parking lot real quick, and then we will head home. Alright, so I let some air out of the tires. I absolutely love the taillights on this car. And I put these lights on here, these strips, and those are actually just pinstriping from AutoZone, and it makes it look like it has candy cane taillights, which are like rare from Japan, but I just made the poor man's version. And then can't even read the tag because it's covered in dirt. So if anyone tried to give my tag number to the cops, good luck. And it's bent up a little bit. But I know the tires probably won't explode. But I work at Discount Tire, and the other day a guy with a Ford F-150 came in, and his tires looked almost just like mine, and he had one in the bed of his truck, and it exploded out in the parking lot and like shot his toolbox up in the air. It wasn't like huge, but it was pretty loud. So we're just gonna play on the safe side because I got to put those in my car tomorrow and dismount those tires. But now it's time to head home. Alright, so the tires made it home. They have just got a little bit of life left. Let me show you here. That one's still has some rubber left on it. And then on the inside, let's see if I zoom in a little bit. On the inside it has the wires showing. But then on the other side you can see is pretty bad. It's just all belts for half the tire, and well, actually you can see there's some tire hanging down from what looks to be maybe a brake line right there. Not sure what that is, but there's a big piece that was flapping on the inside of the fender, and it was really loud, and that eventually flew off on the way home. So then it was pretty silent, and it made it all the way back. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Lexus wheels back on to match the front. And then I've got the other set of drift spares loaded up in the back here. Take those to work tomorrow and get them dismounted. The car is absolutely filthy, so I'm going to have to wash it because you can't even read the tag. And that's probably just a little bit illegal. So I'm going to take care of that tomorrow. And then here is the souvenir for the day. It is a piece of tire that flew off that you saw my girlfriend picked up after I drove by. But all of this tread, the whole entire tread all the way around is somewhere. So if you can find the undisclosed location we were drifting at, go find a piece of tire that's laying around. But I'm going to go ahead and get it jacked up and get these wheels put on. It's late and I got to get up early and go to work tomorrow. So that's pretty much it for this video. The car almost has 428,000 miles now, and it still handles drifting like a champ, and it's an absolute blast, really only on gravel. But I mean, if this car was lower mileage and I welded the diff, I'm sure it would be a pretty solid drift car because of how reliable these engines are. Like you can see, I mean, it was hitting rev limiter and it has 428,000 miles and it's not sweating it at all, it just gets a little hot. But that just proves how amazing these cars are. But that wraps up this video. Hope you liked it. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.